queremos?
Justicia.
¿Cuándo?
Ahora.
¿Qué queremos?
Justicia.
¿Cuándo?
Ahora.
¿Qué queremos?
Justicia.
¿Cuándo?
Ahora.
Thank
The
you.
time is now. The time is now. The time is now.
Thank you. Thank you to New Haven. Thank you. Thank you to Mayor Harp. Thank you to Mayor Harp and the people of New Haven for having us today on this first rally after the election, but not the last, because we are going to continue this fight. We are asking for what? Justicia. Ahora. We're gathered today, the first rally after the election. I'm proud to be the first member of the Senate after the election to ask President Obama, very respectfully, to fulfill his historic vision of America. I want to take you back to the day of his inaugural. I don't know how many of you were there on that blindingly cold day when we saw, stretched out on the mall, a vision of America. People of different races, different colors, nationalities, a vision of America that included all of us and extended its hand to people who come from other countries to escape persecution, to reunite with their families, to seek opportunity in the greatest, strongest nation in the history of the world. We are great because we are a nation of immigrants. And anyone who doubts it should just walk down the street here and see an immigration and naturalization ceremony where people become citizens of this great country with tears in their eyes, with gratitude in their hearts for the opportunity to become citizens. That is our mission as a nation, to offer that opportunity to people across the globe, and we are stronger and better for it. It's in our national interest. So I want to thank everyone who's here today for supporting this cause. It will not be over today, but we are here today to ask the President to take big, bold, broad steps that will help reform our immigration system, a system that is broken. The status quo cannot continue. And the President has the authority to do the right thing. He can't change the law. Only Congress can change the law. But he can take steps that will make it fairer and more effectively using his existing authority. He can permit deferrals for parents of U.S. citizens to keep those families together. He can take action to defer for parents of dreamers, because that action too will keep families together. Hardworking, tax-paying immigrants don't need to be deported. Law-abiding, hardworking, tax-paying immigrants add to this country. And the President can decide in the national interest, within his authority, that he will not enforce laws against them. That is the right thing to do, not only morally, but in our national interest. I'm hoping that the President will take those steps. I've asked him to do so. I believe he should. And there is more than ample legal precedent. Presidents Reagan and Bush both used this authority in the interest of family reunification with respect to 1.5 million people. There is more than ample legal and historical precedent for this action. It is fair and it is right, and the President should do it. So I believe that we have started a movement. It's a movement that won't end with the president's action, because we have to press harder for Congress to act. In the end, Congress has to finish the job. The president can jumpstart this process. He can help save lives and futures and keep families together and serve our national interests, but only Congress can change the law so that it really works for America. And that's why it is a passion and a priority for me. It is more than just another issue. It's a mission. And I pledge to you that I will work as long and hard as possible, reaching across the aisle. Let's make it bipartisan objective #1 for the new Congress. Let's do it in the lame duck session. The Senate passed overwhelmingly by a bipartisan margin immigration reform. Let the House do it in the lame duck. But if they fail, let's make it bipartisan objective #1. Republicans and Democrats come together, show the nation we can reform this broken, failed system for the sake of all of us, not just the 11 million people who are in the shadows and their families, but for all of us. So thank you for being here today. ¿Qué queremos?
Justicia.
No puedo oírlo. Otra vez.
Justicia.
¿Cuándo?
Ahora.
Ahora. I'd like to introduce a great champion of immigration reform,